This is the finals and the moment we've all been waiting for. These players are now playing to take home gold for their country. I'm Laura McCormick. I'm joined by Tim Baghurst. Tim, set up this first match that we're about to jump into.
Well, we see Gerson Miranda from Bolivia playing Sebastian Fernandez from Mexico. And if you were watching yesterday, Fernandez got into the final by 1 point. It was an 11-10 tiebreaker against another Bolivian, Diego Garcia, who played extremely well, had his opportunity to have an all-Bolivian final. Well, Fernandez kept his cool, was able to claw back from being 10-8 down to win 11-10, and here he is in a final facing yet another Bolivian.
Just incredible. I think that sets the tone for what we can expect to see today in our finals. These guys are not only competing for gold, they're representing their country, and they're out there to win. I mean, and they're so closely matched. I think some of it will come down to just their different playing styles, how they kind of clash on the court, and I think we're in for a really exciting match.
Yeah, absolutely. If you think about this, we're looking at the finals of 16s, and these players are kind of the future of our sport, and so it gives us a real insight into how good they are and what the potential they have to not only play professionally, but maybe represent their country at world championships as adults. And so what a treat we have. Both of these players, we've seen them so often at the World Juniors, and both of them have been claiming gold medals. And here we go. One of them is going home with a gold medal. One of them is going home with a silver.
I think that's the incredible thing to note, too, is that the players that we're about to watch are playing in the boys 16 and under division. So the max age, they could be a 17, depending on what age they were in January of this year compared to what age they are now that were in November. And yet one of the things to remember is that they've played up divisions, they've played professional tour stops, they've played in the adult world and in the Pan Ams, and now they're here on a junior stage. So when you get to this age, right, aside from the 12s and the 14s that we've watched, when you get to 16, you start to see them playing up, handling that pressure, being able to play, you know, on a broadcast where they're now, their friends at home can be watching, people across the world are watching. So a little bit of different pressure too, but I love to see that maturity now as we start to get to these older age groups.
But at the same time, they're still kids.
Right.
And we're in a final, and so nerves might be evident, and we'll see that. We saw that with yesterday with Fernandez, and he made some horrible skips when it got real close. And so we need to see whether he can really stay confident and calm, and if he can, we're going to have a terrific match.
Well, we take it down to the court now where our head referee is setting up the players. We have Sebastian Fernandez in the back of the court representing Mexico. He is in that bright yellow shirt. And the front of the court starting off serving is Miranda for Bolivia.
Our head official for today is Rick Matson from Canada. We have two line judges in place. It's like Gustavo Farrell on one side and Alejandro Morales from the other, Uruguay and Mexico. So here we go, time in. Final, boys 16 singles. Wow. What a beautiful shot to start that match. What you're going to see, Laura, Fernandez, we saw yesterday, can hit anything from anywhere. Miranda is well known for his power. And this will come down to whether Miranda can play clean. And that's a good start, a little fist pump from him. He does have a tendency to skip. He goes for a little bit too much, a little bit too often. If it's not working, he focuses on, I've just got to hit it harder. So we'll see if he can stay under control.
Should be a first point for Miranda. And we saw yesterday a wicked backhand from Fernandez. He was just so smooth. But as the match and the pressure started to build, he did start to skip. So we'll see if he can handle that pressure better today in the final.
And so this might be a little scouting from Miranda, because when he played a Bolivian yesterday, Diego Garcia, And Garcia may have had a little chat with Miranda and said, hey, here are a few things that I noticed when I played him. And one of them was a lob serve to the forehand.
So we're seeing Miranda serve that against Fernandez today.
We'll see if it continues.
First appeal coming from Sebastian Fernandez.
So an appeal system is in place here at the IRF Junior Worlds where we have a head official and 2 line judges. Players get 3 appeals per game that are incorrect. If it's overturned, then they keep the appeal. So in this case, 1 line judge agreed with the official, 1 disagreed, and so the call stands. Helps to take away the pressure of the referee making a perfect call every time, which we all know we can't.
Tough rally. Miranda from the knees shooting. Fernandez winning that rally. 0 serving 2.
Isn't it interesting that they have so much power, and yet here's Fernandez starting with a lob serve. Earns a point for his efforts.
Yeah, they do have so much power, but that is one of my favorite things about this sport. It doesn't have to be all about power. It doesn't have to be about that drive serve. These guys, I think, are going to show us how effective that lob serve can be in this match. Big skip from Fernandez.
2 serving 1. Even start to this first match of the day. We have multiple matches coming out throughout the morning and afternoon, and I posted those on our Facebook page if you're interested in seeing who's coming up next. We have a full list for you.
And Mexico is in just about every one of our, or they are in every one of our broadcast finals today.
They are, and they've been trying to defend their team title from last year. They won it on home soil quite convincingly. It's been a little closer this year, but when you're in finals, chances are you're going home with a team title.
That's right. Last year, the Junior Worlds were in San Luis Potosí, Mexico, where Team Mexico took home that gold.
Well, you saw Fernandez talking to himself already, and it's only 2-1. That's terrific hands from Fernandez. It was a really good jam serve, caught him, the Mexican, by surprise. He recovered and gently guided it to the front wall. Example, Laura, that you don't always have to hit it hard to win a point.
I love those off-speed shots almost as much as I love a clean down the line.
And again, that one took some pace off it, 2 bounces before the back wall. Good technique, good strategy, ties it up.
2-2. Miranda getting that ball so low back there in the back of the court. A nice example of just how low you got to get to hit that ball.
Perfect, and you saw he went for the pinch because he knew Miranda was on the right side. He was down on the floor. The pinch pushed it left, the opposite side of where the Bolivian was. No chance to recover. Side out. Good start to this first game.
Those last 2 rallies, Fernandez just owning that center court. He didn't have to move too much. And it also makes him look really confident. 3 serving 2.
And that's where most players want to be when they take their shots, is in the middle, because their opponent can't be there. Little flick of the wrist from Miranda. Oh, look, that's so easy. Why can't I do it all the time? Well, we're on the big stage. There's plenty of people watching all around us. There's all of you at home or wherever you are. And these players know it. They know that everybody's cheering them from their countries. And so it's a little bit more pressure than the round robin, where if I lose, I lose. It's okay. I can come back tomorrow and play.
You can see the nice crowd filling in here at the Lifetime Fitness in Minneapolis.
Skip from
ball.
Fernandez. Yes, I know a lot of players who may be eliminated from today's finals are taking in some of the sights around Minneapolis today. And some going to the Mall of America this morning, which is an amazing mall if you've ever been there. And we are here in Lifetime Fitness in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and we appreciate their hospitality all week.
Miranda now with a 2-point lead, 5-3. Another thing that I love about an event like this, a Junior World Championship, is that team atmosphere. You can see all of the teams here in their same warm-ups. They all gather around the courts, especially now that we're down to the finals, to cheer on their teammates. And of course, they have friends from other teams too, but this is still a team event. Nice. Oh, what a get from Miranda.
Oh, not that time. Terrific effort from the Bolivian.
Some tough rallies here so far, and it's still so early in game one. This is what we like for our final, of course. Very evenly matched, fighting for gold and silver today.
Good choice from Fernandez up in the front court. Sometimes that's difficult. You have so much time to think about your shot that maybe you make 3 decisions and end up making the 4th, which is the one you didn't plan on making.
A little bit of overthinking, but
exactly.
He handled that like a champ.
Beautiful technique on that forehand pinch. Suddenly it's all tied at 5-5.
Wow, that was no problem for Miranda. Five serving 5.
Perfect technique. Good serve. Created a poor response. And then a great passing cross-court shot down the left side. 3-shot rally. It's textbook racquetball. Oh,
nice
wow.
Get.
Terrific rally going on.
Oh.
Fernandez earned that point through defense before taking his opportunity. That was another great rally. This is high-quality racquetball from this 16 boys. A little motion from the Bolivian.
Yeah, I feel like a couple serves haven't worked there for Fernandez. It's been no problem for Miranda to just kind of crush it and get back in the service box. 5-6. Oh, nice.
Beautiful, smooth backhand. I feel that Fernandez's backhand is better than his forehand. He seems much more comfortable hitting on that side than his forehand. And if I'm Miranda, when I get it onto that backhand, I want him to shoot it higher than he currently is. You know, go to the ceiling, make him hit something shoulder high rather than down by his knees, which is where he feels most comfortable. Easier said than done, of course. We're here
so
watching
easy in this position.
And at the same instance, it's hard to describe how hard these two hit it until you're actually there looking at it going, oh my gosh, I wouldn't have even moved for that serve. And here these guys are picking it up and doing something useful with it. So it's just a true admiration of the athleticism of these players.
And the preparation and the training that goes into this to get to this stage.
And I love the World Juniors. It's my favorite tournament because I get to see these players every year. Most of them, some of them don't qualify, of course, each year, but most of them continue their progress, and to see who's really shown up, who's been training in the last year, and who may be a little bit too comfortable. Miranda, forehand pinch winner. Like we have an appeal going on. One agreed, one disagreed. You saw it. You had a great view. It looked very good from here.
Service, second serve.
Loose from Fernandez.
Oh, that off-speed shot again working, just sneaking it by Miranda's racket. Wow.
And both players have really shown some nice touch in combination with their power, and it's something that a lot of players, especially as they progress through the juniors, don't do very well. In that case, he didn't do his touch very well, a little too casual, tried to guide it to the front wall, skip ball, 7-5 Bolivia.
Nice get from Miranda. No problem for Fernandez.
Skip called. Let's see if he appeals.
Skip.
He does. And both line judges that time disagree with our head official. So Fernandez doesn't lose an appeal and earns a side out. There's, Laura, the example of why you need officials, because otherwise, if that call had stood, we have lots of contention. We have a frustrated player. It changes the dynamics of the sport, and so that's how the line judges can kind of allow things to just keep going. We don't want the referee to be a star of the match, so to speak. We want them to be able to call the score. This is what my decision was. These are what the appeals did. Okay, let's keep going.
And I think we have to give props to Fernandez for using the appeal, for going for it. He won the side out, then he won the point, which puts him right now at 6-7.
D-serve coming up. He's been hitting that one really well this week. Miranda tries to go behind the back. Tied 7-7. Neither player has taken a timeout. They both have 2 each game. Who blinks first? Fernandez grateful that hit the back wall. Wasn't a great serve.
Nice little flick from Miranda for his side out.
Again, that 3-shot rally. He's won several like that. Good serve. Creates the opportunity from the poor return, and he finishes. Let's take a look at 1 or 2 of these replays that we've seen already. Terrific athleticism from both players.
There's so many great highlights that we've picked already from this match, and it's still so early. Fernandez sticking with it. This defense from Miranda.
See how he gets his racket up early as he goes to retrieve that. Again, that poor return. Look at where he takes that offensive shot. Terrific effort from Fernandez. Hits the side wall, front wall, dies. Great splat shot on the forehand side.
These guys are back out on the court. It's 8-7.
Oh my goodness.
That glass can be tricky. We've seen it kind of fooling everyone this week. There's that side glass wall there on the side, right? Those two little pictures or cutouts there, and then that glass in the back too can be very distracting.
Yeah, you can see the people walking behind it. There's movement. We use a propane green ball, which is difficult to pick out of that glass. And also, the glass has a different texture, so it creates a different spin on the ball when it hits it.
Oh, the skip from Fernandez puts Miranda up now 10-7. This is the type of momentum that I think Fernandez wants to put a stop to. See if he can get a side out here. You've talked before about not wanting your opponent to get more than 3 or 4. Oh, and that's going to make it 4 points then for Miranda.
So Miranda did that earlier in the match. He hit a jam serve. Fernandez moved his feet really well, got to it, and remember, just guided it into the front corner. That time it caught him by surprise again. Not able to get there.
And this is a case of where Fernandez calling that timeout didn't help him in any way. If anything, it's been fueling Miranda.
Great lob serve.
Nice.
And a skip from Miranda on the forehand. You saw he tried to run around to take that on the forehand instead of turning his body to hit it with his backhand on that side. Errant shot, 7-11. That's beautiful.
Perfect, down the line, hugging that wall.
And you got a great angle of that. So difficult to pick that up when it's, you know, half an inch off that sidewall. Well, we thank all of you watching. Hope you continue to share our feed. We're going to be here all day. Let's spread racquetball around the world. Such terrific entertainment on those efforts.
Seven serving 11.
These players giving everything in this final.
Oh, soft touch from Fernandez. Miranda gets it.
Great movement. Covered the court. Hit it to the other side of Fernandez. Side out. You just feel that Fernandez is chasing the game a little bit now. Miranda wants some points. 4 points away from game 1. That's terrific wide angle. Side out 7-11, but you notice that Miranda is really picking on that forehand side on the serves. And again, I think this is a testament to what happened yesterday where we saw Diego Garcia serving a high lob Z over to that forehand side, and Fernandez was just kind of pushing it up to the ceiling. If I'm Miranda, I would like to try that as a second serve to just see if anything's changed with Fernandez, because it looked like he just wasn't quite comfortable returning that serve. But if you're getting your first serve in and it's giving you opportunities, then of course keep pounding away.
See what he opts for on his second serve.
I think to some extent there's the value of coaching there. Bolivia don't have an official coach. And so a lot of them are relying on parents or players or friends, brothers to coach them. And
nice.
That's to some extent a disservice. They could value that. They could use that to maybe be a little more successful. And I think back to Garcia's match yesterday against Fernandez where it was 8-10. Fernandez won 3 points in a row and Garcia had a timeout available. And had I been coaching, I would have, of course, 9-10, 10-10, taken that timeout to regroup. In the end, Fernandez won 3 straight and finished at 11-10. Beautiful,
Yeah,
perfect shot,
perfect.
Miranda. But Fernandez hits it right down the middle. We've seen so many points that are 3-shot rallies when Miranda serves. So from Fernandez, I need to get Miranda to the back of the court. He's controlling the middle right now, 13-7. Great serve. Who cracks first? Wow. On his knees. Forehand pinch.
He cracks and pinches.
And that's his favorite shot. I've seen him do it over and over this week, and I even mentioned it to him the other day. And I said, you know, you like the forehand pinch, and there was a big grin on his face. It's his favorite shot, and it brings him up to game point number 1, 14-7.
Second serve. Oh.
Wow.
I think Miranda thinking it's skipped. He appeals. And the call stands.
One disagrees, one agrees. And the line judge over to your left, as we're looking at it, disagreed with that call. Beautiful.
I mean,
that was loose from Miranda on that lob serve return.
Yeah, and that's a serve return kill off a high lob from Fernandez. He's switching up that serve. Get the setup. 2 in a row like that.
Timeout Bolivia if I'm coaching them. Couple quick points. Yep, he said wait to his, I think that's Carlos Keller.
Oh, well, then he rethinks it and he goes for the timeout.
Keller must have listened to me and taken my advice.
He's watching the live streaming as it happens.
Let's take a look at some of the replays that we've seen already in this match. Such great entertainment.
Yeah. Nice skip from Fernandez.
A little bit too far down the middle from Miranda. Each player trying to push the other out of the middle. Knee on the floor to take that. So close from Miranda. Great effort. So 9-14, a couple points for Fernandez. He's got some motivation here. Players only have 1 minute for a timeout. They get 2 timeouts per game. That includes the tiebreaker if necessary. We played a 15, win by 1. Third game is to 11, win by 1 if necessary. Oh my goodness. Miranda just whiffed at it, kept it alive, and we'll get there. And again, no way. Third time. Oh my goodness. $10-14. Well, the crowd loved that here, and I hope you did too. Some amazing athleticism from Miranda to stay alive in this point. And he's going to be a little tired from that. 3 dives in a row. Fernandez, let's see if he can take advantage. 10-14. And that was just too easy.
Yeah,
that's
we're
another
starting
timeout.
to see some of that confident stature again from Fernandez when he stands right in the center of that court. Oh, another miss and a follow through from Miranda.
Through the legs. What a get.
Oh, good get.
And Fernandez.
Oh my goodness.
And this is where I'm coaching Miranda. Take your second timeout. You're obviously fatigued. You had a really long rally where you gave everything. Fernandez is pushing you all over the court, and we get a timeout, as I suggested.
Yeah, he's looking pretty tired. I mean, yeah, Fernandez really pushing him from corner to corner. Let's take a look at a couple of the last points here. Look at that get. Now he runs to the corner.
On his knees again.
Knee. Oh.
That's the one he didn't make. He was so close. He got it.
Throws that hand up, though.
Look at that footwork from Miranda to get back to the middle. What a get. And then you can see he gets stranded over on the one side. Fernandez does the right thing, hits it cross court to the other. 12-14.
I love how Fernandez is just keeping really cool out there and playing to his game, not letting that pressure of game point get to him.
Oh man.
Frames.
Just the momentum's completely shifted, Laura.
This is incredible. 13-14. Fernandez was down 9-14.
Oh my goodness.
It's jammed up in the back there, and now a second game point for Miranda.
Well, the last point is always the hardest one to get, and it's not because anything changes in the match. It's all psychological. And if these players aren't training above their shoulders and they're only training below their shoulders, you can see what happens. Nerves start to play a part. Oh my goodness, Miranda.
Oh,
he
wow.
had his opportunity. He went for that pinch but left it high. Another game point saved. 13-14. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Smooth, low.
And confident.
Side out, yes.
And confident. That's a very tough shot to take when you know that if you miss that, it's game point for Fernandez.
So much talent in these young players. This is the 16 and under boys singles. Wow. Third game point now for Miranda, and Fernandez sides him out again.
There's
unbelievable.
Tension everywhere. There's people backed up, rows behind the stands, trying to see over heads to see what's going on.
I have chills.
Best view in the house.
Oh my goodness. 14-14 now. Fernandez was down 7-14, and now he's tied it up. Fernandez first game point.
Let's see if he puts it down.
Oh, he does.
Wow.
15-14. Coming back from 7-14. Sebastian Fernandez from Mexico taking game one. Oh my goodness, I'm just speechless. We had chills, we had a lot of tension. We're gonna take a quick break. Everybody go try to calm down and come back for game two. We'll be back with more of the IRF Junior World Championship boys 16 and under in a moment. We're back at the 2017 IRF Junior World Championship. Watching one of the replays of the last point. Coming back now into the match. You can see Team Mexico holding up that flag. Here they go, 0-0. Oh, wicked.
And that's what Miranda needed, okay? Psychologically, you had the game on your racket multiple times, and you blew it. And it's important to stay positive, and it's easy if you, as a player, start thinking about what could have been rather than what needs to be now. You've got to let game one go. It's over with. I played really well. Look, I was at game point. I was way ahead. I just need to remember what got me there.
Oh. Big skip again. It's that side glass up against that wall, but that'll be a first point for Fernandez.
And we saw Miranda, he struggled with that. He whiffed a couple of them. Fernandez, I think, will probably stick with this serve.
Oh, that's nice.
Really
He's
good
just,
flick of the wrist.
Down there, flicking it.
Look at how low he gets.
Kind of pretty. 0-1.
Well, we appreciate all of you who've liked our page and shared this feed. It's great to see all of you engaged and enjoying this 16 singles. Such amazing athleticism from these young players. Stars of the future. I love coming to this junior and seeing who's going to be representing our country for many years to come. I think these two definitely have that potential.
Like we have a broken ball.
So in that situation, we replay the point.
And these guys hit the ball so hard. I mean, they're playing in the 16 and under division. And I believe we'll be live streaming the 18 boys singles. That'll be after the the girls 18 singles. So
the 18 girls will be Gabby Martinez against Montse Mejia. Guatemala against Mexico. Laura, this is interesting because last year in the 16s final, it was these two players. In the 18s final, it's these two players. And so they've beat all of the older players in this draw to get to the final once again.
It's like you're saying, we're looking at the future stars in racquetball.
Another skip. I said earlier in the match, Miranda needs to play clean. If he can do that, he has a great chance. Needs to avoid those errors. And that's just loose from him. Went for too much above the shoulder. Should have gone with a passing shot. Set it up in the middle. Fernandez punished it for a point.
Oh, that off-speed shot not working for Fernandez.
Just a little too casual.
Just a little too little.
Great pickup, Miranda. A point, ties it up 2-2, sticking with the drive serve. Look where Fernandez got stuck, over on the left side. Miranda hits it to the side. He's not on. Textbook. Got a good serve in. I'd like to see him hit that jam serve again. He saw some joy with it earlier in game one. Great get, Fernandez. Not quite. Miranda starting to gain some momentum. Tries to go down the right side. Short serve. What a great match this is, our first of the day. Wow. Fist pump from Miranda. Looks like Fernandez is going to take a timeout.
Probably a good time. Miranda has kind of gone on a scoring streak. See if Fernandez can put a stop to it. We take a look back at another replay.
You see how the ball cuts across when it hits that glass, forcing Miranda to go high. It's a loose ceiling ball. And that was the end of game number one. Let's take a look at one more. This is part of game number two. Drive serve skids down the sidewall. Terrific get from Miranda. He gets back up, tries to get back into the middle, and it allows him to get to the second one and take the point.
These guys firing off a serve again now in game two. It's 5-2.
Skip Miranda. So good timeout from Mexico. Gets the side out. Staying with that lob serve to the left side.
That'll be a point for Fernandez. Miranda's so good from the back of the court.
Great serve. Okay, so we have a 12-foot line on the back of the court. If the ball goes straight out, if somebody hits it and it goes straight out, it's a loss of rally. If it bounces and goes out, it's a replay. In that case, it went straight out. It was a point for Miranda, but credit to Fernandez. He didn't lose his cool, gets himself a side out. Still, another point for Miranda. He's taking the lead again. This is what he wanted in game 2.
I really like Fernandez's attitude, though, out there. He's been cool this whole time, even when he was down 7-14 in game 1. Comes back to win it 15-14. Oh, nice. Oh, right up against that wall. Oh, Miranda. Fantastic rally. These guys are just so close. I mean, anything can happen. You know, that's something I say all the time.
Well, the great thing about this is it's really high quality, too. We're not seeing a lot of huge skips and just nervy play. Both of them are really going for it, hitting crisp, clean shots. Oh, my goodness. That didn't just happen, did it?
Between the legs winner. Wow. I swear, these guys are just playing up a level. This is only the 16 singles.
And we have the 18s to come. Portillo taking on Rojas, Mexico, USA later today. Multiple matches coming up. 4 after this, can you believe? So we hope you stay with us for this terrific, entertaining, perfect shot down the line from Fernandez, but he's down 3-8.
And Mexico is in every one of the finals that we're broadcasting today. They are defending their team gold from last year where they won in San Luis Potosí on home soil. We'll see what they can do here today. So smooth from Miranda. He just has so many weapons. He's so good from back in the court. He's so good when he's down low. He's a great defender. So fun to watch.
Oh, my
nice
goodness.
get.
But that was perfect from Fernandez. Kept his cool, and sometimes it's easy to get frustrated. Why won't this guy just let it go by? He keeps getting them back, making me hit another shot. Fernandez, all right, you got that, but it's another setup. Let me put this down and show you why maybe you shouldn't dive next time. All that effort, and I take the point anyway. Smooth that time on the backhand. 4 serving 8. So you saw Miranda squeezing the ball. That's the only way to find out if it's broken, is squeezing the ball. So he's checking. He wanted a replay, hoping it was broken. Second serve. Different changeup on that serve. Went for a drive serve to the right side.
Oh, I thought Miranda wasn't ready. Looked like he was. Nice defense from Fernandez.
Wow, great get. Oh, but crisp shot on the backhand from Fernandez. I really feel like the right side seems to be his favorite. He seems more confident, more comfortable taking that shot.
5 serving 8 in game 2. Second serve.
I can't believe these are 16s is something I saw in the chat box. And again, it's a testament to the quality all through the World Junior Championships. And we go even down to the 10s. I saw 2 8-year-olds diving around the court. And it's just amazing to watch here as we see these two battling it out for a World Championship title. Long rally.
They're debating the call.
Well, replay was the call. I think Fernandez said he was impeded from taking a straight shot to the front wall, either cross court or down the line, so he appealed it. Why not? You have the 3 appeals there. Not in his favor that time. Soft hands from Miranda. Point 9-5. Soft hands.
I love that.
Soft hands. Took the pace off the ball, guided it to the right side front wall corner. If you're just joining us, my name's Tim Baghurst, and I'm joined by Laura McCormick. We are here at Lifetime Fitness in Minneapolis, Minnesota for the Junior World Championships held every year. Start with 10-year-old divisions up through 18, and you're witnessing the 16-year-old division final. Silver versus gold. Which country will claim the title?
And this is the first time that this event has been held in Minneapolis.
And we really appreciate all the efforts of Lifetime Fitness here to make this a remarkable event.
Fantastic hosts. There's so much to do here and so much to do in downtown Minneapolis. It's kind of what makes this event special too, is everything's so close. The players can kind of pop out, head back to their hotel in between.
Miranda takes a timeout, a wise one. Fernandez was starting to get some momentum. He's got 2 timeouts. Let's take a look at some replays from this second game. Miranda sticking with the drive serve.
There's the between the
legs pinch rollout. Unbelievable. And that's not an accident. That's not an accident. He knew that he could do that and went for it. Terrific athleticism from Miranda. He hits the floor a lot, but not that time. Too good from the Mexican Fernandez. What a match we have. A reminder, Miranda was up heavy in game 1, had 3 game points to take it. Fernandez chipped away 1 point at a time and eventually was able to claim the first, 15-14.
He came back from a 7-14 deficit. Just fantastic. Great start to our finals of the Junior World Championship. 8-9, he'll get a second serve.
Almost.
Skips it.
Not quite, and you could see his head slump. He needs to stay positive. He had a big lead in game 2. It's now 9-9, 6 points away from this title, Fernandez. Oh, wow. Miranda got that.
Goes down the line.
Fernandez takes a lead. He's 5 points away from this title. He showed such mental toughness yesterday when he came back from 8-10 down in the tiebreaker to win it 11-10. He did the same in game 1. But what a confident shot that was on the backhand side by Miranda from Bolivia. Both of these players not only competing for a world title, but representing their country for a team title. 14, 16, and 18-year-old results are combined for a girls' team title, a boys' team title, and a mixed or combined team title.
So
crisp.
low. Solid from Fernandez. Puts himself back in the service box. It's 10-9.
Hits it so flat. So controlled. He skipped very few today. Fernandez, that's loose. And punished by Fernandez. I think Bolivia may need to think about a timeout. Maybe one more point. Take a timeout when you need it. Don't wait too late.
11-9 for Fernandez. Miranda's still playing smart, which obviously we expect to see in this final. Guys handling this pressure really well, though.
Wow. Just so confident. Walked up there. Already got this point. Puts it down. Beautiful shot from Fernandez. It's a lot harder than it looked there. Okay, so that'll be a replay court hinder. There are no official court hinders, but the official has the opportunity to call a court hinder whenever they see it. You see our two glass panels separated by that little cement, and the glass is indented, so sometimes we get an awkward bounce on that left side. So that's the replay. Again, beautiful backhand pinch from the Bolivian. And this has been a game of momentum, Laura. One of the things that I've really enjoyed about this match is how clean it's been, and also how fair. You haven't seen a lot of getting in the way of each other, no avoidable hinders. They're just really playing clean and hard. It's a great testament to this sport.
Wow.
No one wants to lose this rally. Great
Nice.
get from Fernandez. Miranda, oh my goodness,
gosh.
he got it. And again. Oh, no way. Oh!
The crowd is going to their feet. Oh my gosh. How many shots was that? How
You
many
just saw
dives?
one of the greatest rallies we've ever streamed in racquetball. I have no words.
The chills are back. I have more chills now. That was so intense. It looks like there's an appeal. The line judges disagree with the ref. This ball is going in Fernandez's favor. I would assume they were appealing a skip.
Yeah, I think that last shot, perhaps. Miranda thought he put it down. Fernandez
Holy
appealed
cow.
it. And
Oh,
what a way to finish that
goodness.
point with an overturned decision by the two line judges. My heart is beating so fast. What a great, great match we have for you. Oh! So
Skips
close.
it, though.
A sigh from Fernandez. 9-11.
Man, fantastic, fantastic final so far. We thought we've seen some great competition leading up to this, and we have, like, not taking anything away from that, but this is just incredible.
And 16 boys division. Juniors hitting like that. Such effort and playing so well, both of them. Second serve. Died in the corner. Look, Miranda, he points to the corner. He's feeling the tension a little bit. 4 points away from this match, Fernandez. A reminder, we will have these matches on our YouTube channel in a couple weeks, so be sure to subscribe. Fernandez doesn't put down that pinch.
Oh, and just...
It's been so fluid the whole match, and suddenly when it gets tight, he leaves it up and gets punished. That's kind of starting to think about, I'm 4 points away, and maybe a nerve's creeping in. Great serve.
Oh.
And beautiful down the line. A point, 10-11. You can hear the crowd. Everybody's into this. We hope you are wherever you're watching. What a match.
There's all kinds of fans supporting this one out here. We have Racquetball Canada watching, Team Chile, Team Korea, of course Bolivia and Mexico.
Smart shot, Fernandez, sticking with the lines. I like this from Miranda, slowing down, composing himself.
Oh, he gets it. Pins against the wall.
Oh, wow.
Still gets it.
Not that time.
Oh, man.
Oh, you see, he's frustrated with himself, and his coaches tell him to take a timeout, and that's the first time we've seen some emotion from him. He had the opportunities, didn't put it down.
Take a look back at that incredible rally where these two, I mean, it had to be a 35-hit rally.
What a recovery from Miranda. It was a bad bounce, and he didn't quit. Oh my gosh.
And then that continues here in the replay. It was such a long rally. Fantastic.
This is all in the same rally. Both players hitting the floor multiple times. Miranda thought he had it. Mexico, you can see over on the right, standing up cheering because they know it skipped.
And that's the one that they had appealed, and that got turned to go to Mexico's way.
Fernandez covers the entire court to pick that one up. Ultimately, though, Miranda puts it down on the right side as Fernandez skips it. And that's when he took his timeout. 10-11. Oh, wow, beautiful.
Miranda looking for a skip.
He'll appeal this.
Appeal it.
Both line judges agree with this one. So a loss of an appeal. Reminder, each player gets 3 appeals per game that are incorrect. A little bit slow, Fernandez hesitated, didn't move his feet. Side out, 10-11.
Yeah, we've seen him just so agile all match. This is not the time that he wants to make a mistake like that. 10 serving 11. Sounded like it skipped, but looked good.
I think Miranda was more hopeful than anything. 11 serving 10, still 4 points away from this match and the title of world champion. Oh no, a point. Well, what Miranda's saying is it hit the little cable on the floor.
But it's on
the floor. So, and he's just clarifying with our official, Rick Matson from Canada. We appreciate all the officials here and how much they do for the sport and how they keep the matches going on time, sticking to the rules. We're just having a little translation issue because I don't think Miranda speaks English and our official doesn't speak Spanish. So
yeah, they're talking to him about that cable being on the floor.
So that's 2 appeals lost. Now this is where Miranda needs to keep an appeal just in case. Make sure that you appeal when you absolutely are sure. We saw that last night in our doubles match where Costa Rica wanted to appeal. They had none left, and it was a clear, good shot, but the official called a skip. Couldn't overrule it. You don't have any appeals remaining.
Yeah, and Canada won that match. We'll see them in the finals later today.
2 skips, and now Miranda is frustrated with himself. He has a timeout. I would be taking it now. He needs to change the momentum. He needs to calm down. Frustrated. Here's his opportunity. And he puts it down. What a match.
I mean, this isn't over until it's over. We saw Fernandez fight back. Oh, an ace. This could be Miranda's moment now to fight back. It's 11-13. We saw Fernandez come from a bigger deficit, so.
Right, Miranda had 3 points, 3 chances to win game 1. What a get.
Still in wow.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice pinch.
Kept his cool.
And that's smart from Fernandez, too. I mean, Miranda was still on the floor in the back. There's no way he's going to be able to cover that pinch. 13-11.
Reminder, we have 4 more finals coming up today, so we hope you don't go anywhere. What entertainment we have on court number 1.
Sounds like USA won on court number 2.
And match point number 1. Surely Bolivia take a timeout here. Fernandez has all the momentum.
14-11.
No one really on the side of Bolivia encouraging that timeout, but if I'm coaching, let's regroup here.
Match point for Fernandez.
Here it is. Fernandez doesn't put it down. Miranda. It's nervy.
Oh.
Great get, Fernandez. Miranda. Oh my goodness, that's high.
Oh, two
wow.
great gets.
Oh no, he misses it. Fernandez takes the title. What a match.
Unbelievable. The level of competition between these young players. Remember, folks, they're 16 years and under. Fantastic final. Congratulations to both finalists.